Then now I can share the screen. Maria, are you there?
Yeah,
No.
I'm just having a slight issue, but I'm here.
So let us look at the negations. I'll start with the negations before we do something else. So negations, Kiswahili, we call it kukanusha. Kukanusha. And okay, yeah, okay. So with the negations, we'll negate according to the different tenses and all that. But let me start with an example. So I am cooking. Ninapika ugali. Then I'll negate and say I'm not cooking. Sipiki ugali. Then I'll use the same thing to different tenses, like I will cook tomorrow. Ugali. Then nitapika. Sitapika ugali. Sitapika ugali. Sitapika ugali, and then I cooked. Nilipika ugali. That will be sikupika ugali. Which other tense mark I'm missing?
Me.
Nimepika ugali. I'm just writing random. We're going to do one by one. Sijapika ugali. As you can see, all of these I've just negated in different tenses. Ninapika ugali, I am cooking. And then nitapika, I will cook, I will not cook. Nilipika, I cooked in past tense. And then nimepika, sijapika. So basically that is what happens. But something you need to note is that you can see the C, the subject prefix has not changed, but at the tense marker, that is what will change. Like the first part, we dropped the na, and then at the end, instead of A, we put I. The I is what is standing for the tense marker na. Then the second one, ta has remained ta. The third one, li has changed to ku, and the me has changed to ja. So that is what will be the major change in this. Anyway, let us look at them in different tenses now. So present tense. I'm going to erase these ones. So with the present tense is the one which is a little off from the rest, but it's simply direct. So what should I write here? Like right now, what is happening? Ninasoma Kiswahili. Then second person would be Anna. No, you. Unasoma. Then he's studying. Anasoma Kiswahili. And then now we go to the plurals.
Just one question.
Sorry, yes.
Just for the first one, is it supposed to be Nina Soma?
Thank you for that.
Or can you write? Okay.
Yeah, it was a mistake, typing error. Ni nasoma. If you could drop, you'll just drop the ni, nasoma.
Okay.
Yeah, you can say nasoma, but only for this, for this word, like for the first person present. You can say nasoma, but the rest you have to put the two. But that one was a typing error. Thank you for being keen in class. Nasoma Kiswahili. Mnasoma. And then wana, right?
Yeah.
So how do we negate this? So Nina will be si somi. Obvious Kiswahili will always remain the same. Unasoma. Here you put who. Somi. This one ha. Somi. The other one tunasoma ha tu somi. The other one ham somi. And the last one hawa somi. Anyway, all of it is somi Kiswahili. In summary, what has happened is that ni has changed to
Si.
si. U has changed to who. A has changed to ha. You just put an H. Tu has changed to ha tu. Has changed to ham. And wa has changed to hawa. Actually, this is what will happen to all the other tenses when you're negating. And then in present tense, what are we doing? We are putting I at the end of the verb and dropping the tense marker. Any question up to there?
All clear.
Yes, our. Then now we go to past tense. The past tense, something you need to note to this past tense. The past tense is li, right? That's what tell us past tense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Then something will happen is that li will change to ku. Then we use the same thing. So nilisoma, tulisoma, and alisoma. Then tulisoma, soma, and wali soma. So what will happen here? Same thing, but we now the ending will not change. It will not go to I. So we are just going to put ni changes to si. So si, and then the tense marker ku, so ma. That's how you do it. Ulisoma, the u we said changes to
Who?
who, H-U, yeah. Who, then the tense marker to tell us which tense is it, ku, soma. Then alisoma, ha, ku, soma. Ha, tu, ku, soma. Ham, ku, soma. Hawa, ku, soma. I like putting summary in every. So this one nearly changes to siku. Uli, huku. Ali, haku. Tuli, hatuku. Mli, hamku. Wali, hawaku. So that is basically what we just change to the negation. And then now you add the verb. Hawakusoma, hawakupika, hamku. Give me a verb.
Kuja.
Hamkuja. Yeah. The rest. So that is for the past tense. It's only in present tense whereby it's different. But when we go to the other tenses, the format is the same. Because now we go to the past participle, same thing. May, the past participle is may, and it will change to ja. The same thing. Nimesoma, umesoma, amesoma, tumesoma, tumesoma, mmesoma, wamesoma. The same thing. So ni, which we said is C as usual, that is something which will not change. And then meja, so sija, soma. Please help me.
Oh, sorry.
Hujasoma.
Mhm.
And then we have Jasoma.
Yeah. Mhm.
Hatujasoma.
Yes.
Jasoma.
Jasoma.
Hawajasoma.
Jasoma. Same, when you look at this, it's still the same thing which we did in the past tense. The summary will be the same thing, but the difference is minus the tense marker. Nime changes to sija. Ume, huja. Ame, haja. Tume, hatuja. Mme, hamja. Wame, hawaja. That will be constant in that tense.
I have just a quick question.
Yes.
When you write double M, so you have a word with double M, is there any difference in the pronunciation?
Me. The first M is
Me. Me.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
And soma. Yeah. Yeah. Any question up there?
Hapana.
It's just a formula anyway.
Yeah.
And I believe all of you did well in maths.
Maria's like, no.
and if what I'm sure is that even if you didn't do good in maths, give me give me $100, and then I have to take off $30, and I give you $60. We see.
Not enough.
Then you did good in maths. I think the most important job for maths was just to know how to count money. Because anyway, let me think. What else do you use maths for? I don't know. I have never used the vectors in my life.
I use it all the time, but I like it, so.
But the plus and minus and multiplication is what we do most. And still, even the vectors thing and the rest is still part of the basic, the four areas. Anyway, we go to the future tense. The reason why I've taken time just to talk is because future tense is one of the best.
Stays the
Because
same.
ta remains ta.
Yay.
Mhm.
Told me this, was like, finally. Like,
Yeah.
So nitasoma, utasoma, atasoma, tutasoma, but it has a lot of T's sometimes. And you have to pronounce them perfectly, like tutasoma. Tasoma and watasoma. Then we do the negations, sitasoma.
utasoma.
Utasoma, utasoma.
Hatasoma.
Atasoma,
Tutasoma.
yes, tutasoma.
Hamtasoma.
Amtasoma and
Awatasoma.
atasoma. And then the summary is the same. Nita, sita, uta, hata, tuta,
Ata.
tuta, mta, amta, wata, awata. And with that, we are done with all the negations. With this, also, if we put like maybe the other tense markers. Remember, this is first person, second person, but now we want to talk about it, right? And I give you an example of, we say, kitabu. Do you know kitabu? Book. Yes, book. So the book has been torn from the verb kuraruka. So kimeraruka. The book So how will I negate this? Has not. So kitabu, obviously. Then you just say ha, ki, and then me changes to what? Me changes to
It changes to jar.
ja. Raruka. Kitabu hakijararuka. The book has not been torn.
What does key mean in
Yeah.
Kimim? Like,
The key, you see the way we were saying I, you, and all that. So the key in this case, it's it standing for kitabu.
okay,
It's the
so if you're
subject
talking,
prefix for kitabu.
is that always key? Like if you're talking about a book or a window or anything, or does that change?
It changes. The noun class, we have different noun classes, noun class groups. but key is one
So
of them. We have some has I, like I, imeraruka, and all that. Yeah.
so just a question,
Mhm.
because in some languages the it class is just you conjugate it as a he or a her. So instead of doing that in Swahili, you have the noun class that changes depending on what the it is. Is that
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you see, Kiswahili is gender neutral. Kiswahili is gender neutral, like from the start. Like when we talk about third person, we don't have any specific for he and she. It's just a, right?
Yeah, but so
Mm.
the a is only used for people, a
For people,
person.
yeah. Yeah, third
Okay.
person. I, me, you is who, and he or she are. But now when we are talking of it, a certain group of like words with ki and the plural is vi, we put ki, key. A certain group of words with like plants, you put a certain subject prefix. In the book, it's
Okay.
there. In you at your own time, you can check. It's page what? Let me just look through now. Page 77. Page 77 of your book. You can check that later. Because if I start teaching it right now, it will be another topic. And yeah. But just to check, as you can see, page 78, you can see the noun classes and with different the syntax, with different use. Do you see that? That is what you conjugate.
Yeah, I saw it. Thank you.
You can see even the verb conjugation. You can look at the verb conjugations just quickly and see how it's conjugated. Mti u.
Is that why the plural of kitenga is vitenga?
Yes. Yes.
I thought it was because I thought it was two different words for the same thing.
Oh.
Sense.
Mhm.
Because then I asked someone what vitenga was, and they explained it to me, and in my mind I was like, I thought that was called a kitenga, and I was like very confused. But now this makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, one way of learning noun classes is knowing the plural. You see the way English plural is really direct. It's either you put es, I don't know, or ies, something like it's so specific. But with Kiswahili, it's different. The way you have said kitenge, vitenge, something like a tree. Yesterday we were saying we are planting trees. So mti will be meat. You see, it's also different. This means trees, tree, trees. And some borrowed words like hospital, hospitali, doesn't change. Hospitali, oh, the plural. So like then the plural actually helps you to know which noun class does the word belong. Yeah.
But then hospitality, what
Mhm.
noun class does that belong to?
N class.
Any class?
N. There's a class called N. It's if you can look at the morphological column after kivi, there's NN, like nyumba,
Mm-hmm.
like nyumba.
Oh yeah.
Mm. Anyway, before we change the topic back to negation, page 79, down there, the shaded box. Maybe you can read it. Mastering Swahili noun class.
Study.
Yeah.
Study, practice.
Yeah. So that is why it comes at the end after first you have done the base. Right now we are building, we just finished doing the foundation. Right now, at least you can start seeing the number of rooms in your house, like the partitioning, but you don't know where the window is or the door. And then now the noun class will be like the roofing. Now you can say, oh, it has a blue roof. Yeah, but it's not difficult. The moment you understand this, the way I've just showed you, I wanted to show you like just a hint of how it might, when you're negating in the other noun classes, how it will behave. Yeah, but it's super direct, as you can see. Because I'll use the same, let me give another example. Mti, the tree has fallen, like fall down. Umeanguka. Mti umeanguka. Tree has fallen. Then miti imeanguka. Trees have. That is like the plural and singular, but now I want to negate it. So mti umeanguka. Umeanguka. Mti haujaanguka. So whenever the conjugation is a vowel, like where you are touching, it's a vowel, you have to put HA. Ha. Oh. Anyway, all of them is ha. HA. Sorry. Never mind what I just said. The negations, you put HA and then you attach it to the subject. And then if it's the tense marker, this is the tense marker.
Sorry, I'm a bit confused what the U is.
The U is this one.
Yeah.
For the ume, the subject prefix.
Ah, okay. So you just add the third person negation to that one.
To the, and then exactly. Anyway, I don't want to give you a headache on this one. This one will but it's just a hint because also in case you are learning, you keep on learning by yourself, you can come across that and understand why. Have an idea of why. Don't be confused. Okay, all my Kiswahili now has gone to the dustbin. At least it'll be, oh, I might have an idea of this. It might be this, even if you really don't know, Yeah. From what you have, I hope you have also noted that the pronunciation will be very important to pronounce perfectly.
I had this today with my Uber driver because he asked me if I spoke Swahili this morning, and I said kidogo. And then he was sort of teaching me some stuff, and I was giving some answers, and then he corrected my pronunciation, and then he gave me examples of words that have completely different meanings and have very like similar pronunciation, and I realized that it's quite important.
Yeah. And I also hope now it will also help you understand why our English accent is the way it is. We pronounce almost every English word like if it's, if it's an English word, we are trying to pronounce each piece of it because of the Kiswahili in us.
The classic one is that in English we say Tanzania,
Mhm.
and here you say, or in Tanzania, they say Tanzania because of the emphasis of the second to last like syllabus.
Mm.
And Mutaiga,
But it's more that.
okay.
Yeah.
I always knew it as Botaiga because that's how everyone at the UN says it.
It's more that eager. Mhm. The TH, yeah.
Mutaiga.
THA, yeah.
Mutaiga. Either way, very different sounding words.
Yeah. And as you can see also, like when you're pronouncing like ha tu ta pika, ha tu ta pika, like you really need to say ha tu, like, so that someone knows, oh, it's negation. Because if you just say tu ta pika, then without the ha, you have not said we will not. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so just a quick to check what you have done. If you are good, page 50 of your book.
Maria, you look so spacey.
Sorry?
Maria, you there? You look so spacey for a minute.
I was trying to think of a word that I was taught today. That was also this thing about pronunciation. I was saying Dali, and it was supposed to be Dali or something like this. But then he said the word meant to think or something. I'm thinking. So I was just Google translating it to get it right. And then none of the alternatives was what I was taught today. So I got very confused for a second.
To think?
Something with that ends with Dali.
Cavadali.
Like it's like I'm thinking, I don't know yet, I'm undecided. I'll reflect on it. Dali, Dali. Dani.
Yes.
There we go.
Dani.
Would you mind writing it?
Yeah, I'm writing it. It's not on the chat.
Thank you.
Dani.
Dani. And then he was telling me if I said that I pronounced it as it was Donnie, and that was very different.
Da.
Dani.
And it means I'm thinking or thinking.
Yeah, you are thinking, but like you're uncertain.
Yeah.
You're not really like completely decided. I think it will be even Ninadani, I'm guessing. Think what guessing would be. Because you're not sure of it.
Like when you don't know what you're gonna have for lunch. Ninadani. Like, I don't know yet. Thinking about it.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a good word to know.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
So, are we good? Have I? Sometimes I might, because I'm just thinking the way we have a lot of work and time is moving so fast. Like we have to go through this and go back to monosyllabic. So that's why my head is spinning. But in case you have something, let me know. I don't want to leave you without saying it. Are we good now? We go to the next. Okay. So here I'll be taking some water, sip of water. You can try and by yourself do question 1 and 2. Then we come back and practice together. It is in page 50. The first one, you're just putting the negation part. For example, we do not know to hatujui.
Okay.
Let me get some water and then we can, as you do it, continue. I've realized, yes, I have a cold. It's for real. Okay. And also you can take some water, after you are done. Also stretch yourself and come back and continue.
Okay.
We start at 8, right?
We started at 7.
No, I mean like we continue, we continue
Oh.
at 8. Will that be enough time to answer your question and get a cup of water?
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Crazy. Just on.
Glad karibu.
Asante. Sorry, I was late.
Okay. We have already done negations and we're answering these questions, but we have recorded the class. So
Okay.
okay. Maria umerudi? Uko wapi? Okay, sawa.
I'm back.
Haya. I'm back. How do you say I'm back?
Nimerudi.
Nimerudi. Yes. Perfect.
Yes. Oh wow, that was a wild guess.
Okay. then just keep on guessing because you're perfect. So we do this. Let's go through this and see.
All right, the first one is hatujui.
Hatujui. Yes, hatujui.
Next one is hajui.
Hajui. Ndio.
Should I just keep going? Hawajui.
Hawajui.
Sijui.
Sijui.
Hamjui.
Hujui.
Hujui.
No, sorry. Yeah, hujui.
Hujui.
Yeah.
Hasemi.
Hasemi. Ndio. Hasemi Kiswahili.
Sisemi.
Ndio.
Hatusemi.
Hatusemi.
Usemi.
Semi.
Hamsemi.
Hamsemi.
Hawasemi.
Hawasemi. Hawasemi Kiswahili, wanasema Kinorway. I hope you got my sentence, what I meant.
Yes. They're not speaking Swahili, they're speaking Norwegian.
Mm.
Oh, I didn't catch the last word, Norwegian.
Wanasema. Negate the following
Norway.
verbs.
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying something. Sorry.
No, I was just responding to what Norwegian was.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kinorway. Whenever you see Kiswahili word, they put ki in it. It brings out, it can be a language or can be a behavior, a character. Okay, we negate the following words. Tutajua.
Sorry, I think it's eat a bug.
So, utajua.
Tutajua. How do you negate it?
Utajua. No?
No.
Tutajua.
Tutajua.
Ah, okay, sorry. I was thinking it was a you person.
Oh,
Tutajua.
ndio. Alijua.
Hakujua.
Hakujua. Oh, this one was also jua.
Wamejua will be hawajajua.
Mm.
Nitajua
Nitajua. Mhm.
becomes sitajua.
Samahani, rudia.
Sitajua.
Sitajua. Yeah.
And then we have mlijua, which becomes hamkujua.
Ndio.
Hutajua becomes hutajua.
Hutajua.
And then we have ananunua, which will become hanuni.
Samahani, rudia tena.
It will become hanunui.
Anunui. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Nita
Like this, huh?
nunua sita. Huh? Say what?
Hanunui, like that. I've typed on the screen.
Hanun. Yeah, hanunui. Yeah.
So, okay, sorry. Mhm.
I lost my train of thought. Oh, here. Nita nunua becomes sita nunua.
Yeah, sitanunua.
And then we have tumenunua, which will become hatujanunua.
Hatujanunua ndio.
And uli nunua becomes hukununua.
Hukununua.
In my own writing.
Gulet, I hope you know we are on the book, page 50. Yeah? I hope you know.
Yes, I'm following.
Okay, so.
Can you just repeat the last one, number 10? Ulununua.
Ulinunua
Yes.
be hukununua. Hukununua.
Huku.
Yeah. Because li changes to ku when you're negating. Okay, perfect. Good progress. Then we have the other part down there. This one we can do together orally. Negate.
Number 3.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Negate each of the following verbs in present tense for all subjects.
Mimi CND.
Mimi
Sorry.
siendi. Mimi siendi Nairobi. Wewe? No.
Wewe huendi. Wewe huendi Mombasa leo.
Ndio. Na yeye? You lost Leon.
So lost, but it's not your fault. My brain is just like at half minimal capacity. Yeye is he, she, which means it is. Andy.
Haendi, yeah. Yeye haendi. Sisi. Good, when once you're comfortable, you can also jump in and answer.
Okay.
So sisi hatuendi.
Hatuendi. Sisi hatuendi South Africa.
Ndio.
Nyinyi
Andy?
And I'm interested with that one.
Oh yeah. If it's something.
Wendy, because it should be wait a minute. I might be um, yeah, you see it will be like this, and if you pronounce it's really Hamendi, if we follow the rule, right?
Yeah.
So that is why we put a W. So that the can be heard. Hamwendi.
Oh,
Okay.
Mm.
Only by this word.
Yeah, only by this word. Nyinyi hamwendi Colombia. Now we talk of panda. Panda. Mimi, oh, it's
Mimi.
present tense. Mimi sipandi miti. Let us also try to make, make up some sentence, just the way I've done. You can go to wewe.
Wewe hupandi mti.
Okay.
It's the only word I know.
Yeah, but you can say wewe upandi Mount Kenya. Remember,
Yeah.
panda can be either climb or plant, right?
I ask a really basic question. Just because for my brain. So Wewe Upandi Mount Kenya is you don't climb, you are not climbing Mount Kenya.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
You got this.
The next one, yeah. Try lead because it's the same thing now.
So yeye hapandi seeds, whatever they are.
Mbegu, seeds. But for now, you can say seeds because we are concentrating on the negations. We don't want to get stressed on the new vocabulary. Okay. Nyinyi.
You want to try, Khalid?
Yes, I'll try. Nini hampendi. I left out the W because it doesn't make sense.
Hampandi. Yeah. Hampandi.
Oh, it becomes, sorry, hampandi, yes.
Because when you say pendi, we'll go to it. It's from the panda, love.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
But, yeah, perfect.
Can you say Nini hampandi, hampandi gari?
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, that is also, like getting into a car. Kiswahili, it's climb a car.
No.
Yeah, you brought a good one. So kupanda gari.
Gari is
Car.
car.
Panda gari or ingia, getting.
Do we need the personal pronoun? Like, do we need the pronouns?
No. You can just say it's not a must. You don't need the personal pronoun.
Okay.
It's just only that here we are trying to do it's like a form of revision, trying to remember all these things you've learned. Great. Imba is what?
I don't know.
Sing.
To sing.
Like a song.
Okay.
I don't think it's the same thing, eh? Mimi, siimbi, wewe, huimbi, yeye,
Yeah.
yeye,
Oh.
Hata.
haimbi, because it's present tense.
Okay. Haimbi.
Sisi,
Sorry. Hatuimbi.
hatuimbi. And nyinyi, mwimbi. And again, this one also.
W.
Oh.
So
Okay.
every time there's the verb is beginning with a vowel, there's a W.
Not really all the time. It's because of, I'll drop this just to explain something small real quick. So we usually say there's what we call semivowels. Semivowels, for example, we have semivowels. Semivowels is W and Y. We call them semivowel. They are consonants, but we call them semi because they sound somehow like vowels. And the effect are felt when U and A come follow each other, you feel like it's W. It's like WA. Okay. Okay, I'll just, and then there is also, yeah. When I and A come together, we bring like Y sound. So due to those effects, and somehow, like we have those effects, whereby now that is when you need to put to separate. You see, like this is how we should say amwimbi. But when we are pronouncing, it will be hamimbi. Because remember, Kiswahili is pronounced on syllable after syllable after syllable. So to make it, you can separate it. So you bring the W, which is a semi-vowel, to streamline the pronunciation. Hamwimbi. So you can have the two M's in between. An imaginary M. Anyway, this will become more clearer as we go on. But I hope it has given you an idea of what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Okay. We have another. Let's negate this one. We're going to negate page 51, question 6. And then now we go back to monosyllabics to do real quick.
The number 6, you said?
Yeah. The other you can do by yourself later. This one. I guess these ones are much clearer. I want us to do this one because we'll also be doing some little translation. Yeye alifika.
Hakufika.
Yeye hakufika. Ndio. Mhm.
So you just add the H. You just add the H. to
Sorry?
this one. You just add a H to the beginning of the word. Halifika.
Yeah, hakufika. You add H and
Oh,
then the li changes to ku.
okay.
Mm.
And then
Actually, Guled, what we did, before you came, we did page 48, 49, and 50. There's a summary of the whole thing about negation. So I hope you'll also check later.
Yes.
Together with I'll share also the video, you can follow and see what we did.
so the next one
Mhm.
would be sitataka.
Sitataka, ndio. Sitataka nini? I'd be lying if I say pesa.
Sitataka ofisi.
Ofisi. Yeah, good example. But still, I'll be lying if it's me. Okay. I'm just trying to put a joke in the sentence.
Sorry, can I just it's a very basic question again.
Yes.
What does oh, okay, no, I don't want to ask it. I figured it out.
Just ask for maybe someone else is thinking about it. It's good. You'll figure it out. Just say I was thinking this and I realized this. Yeah.
Okay, I was just confused for a second which verb alifika was, and then I realized it's from kufika.
Mm.
So, which is to arrive, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Suddenly I thought lifika was a verb and I got confused. So that's all.
It's not a stupid question. You just wait. Have a few
Good. And actually that shows that you are, you've mastered you know how to separate. Like you first saw it and then you remembered tense, marker, and then verb. You separated it. So bravo.
Okay.
The next one. So tumefika, you can answer it for us. Sisi tumefika.
Sisi tumefika means and then it comes sisi hatujafika.
Yeah.
And the next one is Mimi ninaitwa Eliza becomes Mimi Sitwi Eliza?
Situ, yeah.
Sitwi.
Situ.
You just write I, right? It's
Yeah, I.
okay.
And talking about that, don't be surprised when you come across a verb ending with an I and you are negating, you have to put an I. It's still I. Don't worry about it.
Mm.
But most of the words will always end with an A. That because of the Bantu. Tulilima.
Hatukulima.
Hatukulima. Mama amepika chapati.
Mama hajapika chapati?
Ndio. Mama hajapika chapati. Mtaamka asubuhi.
Hamtaamka asubuhi.
Yeah, hamtaamka asubuhi.
And then That's nice. It's like Humpty Amka is like Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Amka, no?
I'm dumb.
Yeah, but when you separate it, you see why. Hamta amka. Ham for the negations, ta, the tense marker, and then amka. So that's why we need all those many A's. Oh, and tamka, the word tamka, we have actually tamka pronouns.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
What does that mean?
tamka means pronounce and like this. Tamka means pronounce.
That's what the guy in the guy. That's what the guy I was talking to this morning was saying to me, because
Oh.
what I mean with the pronunciation, that you're just really careful because you just say very different things than what you're trying to say.
Mm.
See, I mean, like I get, like it's good. I guess it's like any language really, but I feel like with Swahili, because you're saying a whole sentence in one word, I feel like if you swallow or mispronounce one of those letters, like the whole sentence kind of falls apart.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why once we started our class, remember we took time doing the syllables, like trying to separate each syllable because it's very important.
Yeah.
And it's not just Kiswahili, Kiswahili and Bantu languages, and also the Bantu languages. They operate the same.
Yeah, it's interesting because like in New Zealand, like Te Reo, like Maori, the indigenous language, which is also a spoken language, it's the same. All the nuance is in the pronunciation. Okay, so H is Wow Hawa Kuleta Mandazi.
Kuleta mandazi. And I hope you already know what is mandazi.
Yes.
Okay.
And we have
Vietnam.
Babu Atalala, which will be Babu Hatalala.
Hatalala. Yeah. Then the last one.
And becomes Dada Japanda Leo.
Japanda Leo. Very
But just
hard.
in that context, we don't know if it meant she planted today or she climbed today.
Climb.
We don't know, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Great.
What would you assume it is, Daniel? If you
Sorry?
read this, Dada, if you read this or you heard this, Dada ame panda leo or hamja panda leo, what would you assume?
It will depend with what are we talking about. Maybe if
just
we
the
are talking
sentence
about
alone you have.
hiking, I'll think of maybe we are talking about climbing.
Okay.
But if we are talking
But if-
about general like stuff to do with farm, obviously I'll know it is planting or weather. Also the weather. I'll think of
But
planting.
if someone just asks, what did your sister do today? And you say, I'm a panda.
Okay.
You wouldn't.
So that one I'll be amepanda nini
Yeah, okay.
to get the clarity.
Yeah, or you could also be more specific. Like if she climbed, you could add the location where she climbed. And if she planted, you could say she planted seeds, or she, you know, like it's a pretty, like if you elaborated on the sentence a little bit more.
Yeah. Nice. And the question did a good job because I was expecting such a question after doing that. Asking what they exactly mean. Panda.
But I was just thinking, like, you would never say in English, like if someone said to you, like, what did your sister do today? You wouldn't, and you didn't know the sister, you wouldn't say she climbed.
Yeah,
Unless you know the person and you know that she goes regularly climbing, in which case you
Climbing.
could just she went climbing and you would know.
Yeah, that is also yeah, that's also something someone might think, like, yeah, you know the person, they do climbing, maybe they are farmers, you know what they're talking about. So for the
Heard
next
any-
class, I let you guys do these 7 and 8. 7 and 8, page 50, what? 52. Yeah. 7 and 8. And then at your own time, you can answer whatever we have left. But I'll be more concerned on question 7 and 8. But please make sure you fill your book. Make sure your book is filled in wherever there are blanks. I know we have not done this one and this one. They are super direct, but it is something which will help you practice. Meanwhile, I want to go back to the monosyllabic. I know you've already done monosyllabics. So I think just practicing the questions will be the important thing.
Found them really confusing, I have to say.
So let us start from there. Good.
Confusion.
Where is the confusion? Where do you feel the confusion is? The kua and kua na, or
Yeah, I think it's the different meanings of them. It's not necessarily like how you use them, because that's quite simple, because they're essentially the same, except for that the present tense is irregular. And it gets replaced, but it's not really that so much. I guess it's more that, yeah, when they're used, like to have and to be, like to be in a place, to be with. Yeah, I don't know how to formulate that into a question that you can answer, but
great. So number one, I'll ask you to change the way you'll be thinking about these two. Let me share my screen. I want to go to the board. So we are going first to break the English thinking, and we put a Kiswahili thinking. What do I mean? I mean, once you start thinking as to have and to be, you'll be confused. But now I want you to think in form of to be, and then to have, to be with. So to be kuwa, and to be with kuwa na. To be with is what means to have anyway in English. It's a cultural thing. You know, like with the African culture, I'll talk of things we are not on. You didn't own, it was communal. So you are being with something. You're just, you know, custodian. You're being with. That's where it comes from. That is the meaning, number one. And then now I break it down to something else. So to be the tenses. I think the tenses somehow can be confusing, especially the present tense. So under to be, we have two things. We have to be in a place, and to be something. And now here is where the difference come in present tense. The rest is poor, but in present tense, to be in a place is what? Is now when you say Ko. What do I mean? Niko Nairobi. I am in Nairobi. Uko Nairobi. You are Nairobi. And then the third person, it's not a, but yuko Nairobi. And then the plural is the same. Tuko, mko, wako. And then when you're talking of a person, to be something in present tense, you'll say mimi ni daktari. I am a doctor. To be something. And then when you're talking of the other persons, use the pronouns. Wewe, yeye, ni, like that. But when we go to the tenses, now from these, Niko Nairobi, you take it to past tense. It becomes the common nilikuwa, like the way now you're doing. So I was in Nairobi. Mimi nilikuwa Nairobi. I was in Nairobi. Like now the kuwa returns back. And then if I want to say I was a doctor, Mimi. Okay, you can drop Mimi, by the way. Anyway. Let me just drop it. And then just say nilikuwa. Oh, sorry. Nilikuwa daktari. I was a doctor. Ulikuwa, you just change. In the present tense, that is where the differences come in. But once you go, you shift to the other tenses, past, future, it becomes the usual way of using. I don't know if that helps.
Yeah, I think so.
Or I've just made it worse. I've stirred the water when it had just settled.
No, I think you just made me realize how much I need to practice them.
And you see, the issue of kuwa and kuana, leave alone the other monosyllabics, the kula and the rest. Kuwa and kuana, it is used a lot in Kiswahili. Kuwa and kuana is used a lot in Kiswahili, so you need to take a lot of time in that. And then the behavior we eat, it brings a lot of, and the way it is not really, it doesn't work the same as English. So somehow it sounds different. So you need to dwell, as the way you have said, a lot of time on that. Just a quick mention on the to be with. I'll just come here and say to be with. I tend to call it to be with, which is to have. Again, the same thing. To have, kuwa na. So to be with, in this case, again, present tense, I'll say I have. Nina, I have a car. Let us use that one. Nina gari, una gari, you have ana gari, tuna gari, mna gari, wana gari. I have, you have, he or she has, we have, you all have, wana, they have. But now when we go to the other tenses, I want to say I had a car. Then it goes back to nilikuwa na gari. Ulikuwa na gari. Yeah, so the present tense is only the part whereby it's kind of confusing, but once you, and it becomes easy. The reason why I'm saying is to be with is because na it's with. Actually, there are times when we'll come across and find na. For example, trying to get a sentence. Also, my head is getting to that part whereby it's getting full. A good example with. Yes. I am going. Ninaenda. I'm going to work. Kazini. I'm going to work with Peter. Na. Ninaenda kazini na Peter. I'm going to work with Peter.
I have a question, Daniel.
Yes.
So to be with and to have is the same.
It's the same thing. It's
So
only.
if
Go ahead.
if I say Nina Rafiki, it can be interpreted both ways. And I am with my friend, or I have a friend.
Yes.
Okay, so you'd have to give context.
I have a
in the
question.
sentence,
Sorry?
In a sentence, would it be incorrect to say ninaenda kazini kwa na Peter?
Kwa.
Yes, kwa na Peter. Is that incorrect or?
If you say ninaenda kazini kwa Peter, or you say kuwa na Peter.
Kuwa na Peter.
You can't say that because it is in present. Ninaenda kazini na Peter. This is present tense.
I understand. And kuwa
Yeah,
is the
verb, when it becomes kuwa, it's in the other tenses, past, future, and then it will be nitaenda. For example, I will go kazini. This one will be, I will go to work with Peter. And then, yeah, what you're asking. So what was the question?
My question on Mary. Mary.
Okay, just hold on. Maybe Mary has want to put something on top of this.
No.
Okay.
I just want to ask a question after.
After. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, my question.
Yeah, I was trying to build the, like, how I'll say I am going. I wanted to put now kuwa na, but Mr. Kuwa. Okay. Now I get what you want. Let me give you an example. The same, nitakuwa na Peter. This one is I will be with Peter.
Okay. Okay, I understand.
Okay.
Okay, I understand.
Maria.
I just have a very short question, because you said na is with, but then you've also said that na can mean and. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay, so it can mean with and can it mean something else?
I think those two. Na maybe when it's placed in between, like when it's standing by itself, can be with or na and an. But also this is na, right? When attached in will be a tense mark. But yeah, what you're saying is true. Can be with or and. And it will be very clear when you are reading it because you'll understand the context. For example, ninaenda kazini na Peter. This one can never be and, right? Because we are saying.
I guess if you put a comma after Cassini and add a question mark after Peter, you could have no.
Ninaenda kazini. Yes. Yes. Yes, it will be and in that case, but the comma will be needed so that it shows it's no longer with.
Yeah.
Mm. Leon. My grandmother, whenever you are seen putting your hand like this, she'd be like, she'll slap the hand and say, "No, stop looking sad." So, what is bothering you?
Nothing. I'm too tired to hold my head, so I have to rest it.
Ah, okay.
No, I like my head is so full, it's like lying on the ground.
Okay, it's not to worry or something.
No. It's more, it's just, it's confused, but it's not confused because the content is necessarily so confusing. It's more that,
Mm,
like, I've heard this and like we did it in my tutorial, like in my other session, but I didn't get a chance to practice it yet. And so I haven't thought through it properly. And I think that's why I'm confused by it. But I think like that the explanation makes sense to me. I think it's just a matter of like practicing it.
okay. Okay, nice. Maybe I'm just trying to look at these questions. Do you have a good practice here? Let's try and do just this one. Hopefully it will bring us somewhere.
Somewhere's good.
Mm. A journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. So I am a believer of somewhere. Somewhere. J, okay, let us do page 47. Let me do some correction here. I want to take this down. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Page 47. Fill in the blank with the right monosyllabic verb. Do you have a lot of money? So it's you have.
Je una pesa nyingi?
Ndio. Una. Una is the answer. The other one. How many children do they have? They have. They have is the word in the blank.
Anna?
Wana, yes. Wana.
That's what I said.
Wana watoto wangapi? The other one is I have many friends. Okay, pengo rafiki wengi. Je, wewe pia rafiki wengi? So I have. And
Nina rafiki wengi. Je wewe pia una rafiki wengi?
yes. Ndio.
Una rafiki?
Una rafiki wengi and then wewe pia una Nina, I have. Nina rafiki wengi and then je, wewe pia una rafiki wengi? Glad, are you here? Okay. The other one, J, do you have a car?
Una.
J, una gari? Do you have a big or small house?
Una nyumba kubwa au ndogo?
Ndogo. tunataka kujua kama dash wakati wa kusaidia. Okay, very long. We want to know if you have time to help. Do you have time to help us?
Tunataka kujua kama tuna wakati wa kusaidia. It's terrible pronunciation. But
You, not we.
una.
Una. Tunataka kujua una wakati wa kusaidia.
And then je una muda wa kutusaidia.
Yeah. Perfect.
So they're all una, because they're all you have.
Yeah.
Yeah. I figured it's always just una.
Yeah. The rest are all una.
It's like when you figure out on multiple choice tests that if you don't know the answer, you're better off always using the same one, because then you're going to get
Yeah.
25.
Una.
You know, when you are setting these questions, you reach a point whereby your head start thinking on one thing, and you don't know. You're just typing, but it's one thing. Like right now, I'm realizing everything is I should change anyway. That is why you keep on working on these things until they become. Yeah. Do you have okay? Una.
Yeah, I think the rest are all una.
Je, una ndugu wengi? Nimepoteza simu yangu. Je, una simu ya ziada? But I guess the words inside there are also good for learning. Kazi mpya. Mpya means new. And
Yeah.
number 7. Wengi. Wengi is the many. And ndugu is the siblings.
Oh, many is wengi.
Wengi. Yeah. Again, because of the noun class here, we are talking of human beings, but most when it is ngi, it's ending with NGI. It means can be mingi, nyingi, all that. Nimepoteza simu yangu. Kupoteza ni lost. I've lost. Nimepoteza simu yangu, my phone. Je, again, una. Una simu. Simu is phone. Ya ziada, extra or spare.
What's yangu?
My. Rafiki yangu. Do you have a desire to travel abroad?
Una.
Je, una hamu ya kusafiri nchi ya nje? Okay. So since this is very direct, I would like you to try and the other assignment you have. You put these ones in different tense.
Oh, that's a lot of thinking.
Yeah, but it will help you to think about the monosyllabic.
Yeah.
For example, je, una pesa nyingi? So we change it like, did you have a lot of money? Je?
Ulikuwa na
Pesa nyingi, yeah.
pesa nyingi.
That is only, yeah, go ahead.
This is out of context completely. But what are we doing next week? Just because I've got my class with Esther tomorrow, and we do what we're doing next week.
So negation is down. but you have not done the negation on verb ku and kuana.
Okay, so there's that.
This
and then there's-
monosyllabic, how to negate monosyllabic.
is that special? Is it very different? Probably.
Still the same way, but it's like a way of more practice to this.
Okay.
Yeah. The way you are saying, you did it like you already understand the concept, but you didn't get more time to do it more. So with negations, would be like a review of what you did and how to negate it. So it will be a way of playing around with it again.
Okay.
So once we meet in the next class, it will be perfect, because also once we meet after you have done those tense markers, we'll be doing orals of. I'll be asking you like if you did it to maybe to future tense, those sentences you did future tense monosyllabic. So we say, okay, let's negate. How do you negate that sentence? So again, you review that. Yeah, I believe by the end of that class, you will be maybe another more step ahead. Yeah, but you just do monosyllabic. Don't rush monosyllabic negation. Just that. Right now, you have a lot of things, negations and monosyllabic. That is like, yeah. And then with that, with that now you start having fun, because the rest is vocabulary,
Counting.
counting. Ndio.